Hello, everybody. Gonna do a little Indiana Jones game in here. Probably not for too long, but just want to play through a little of Emperor's Tomb here. Hope we're all doing well. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm going to have my chat open here on my phone, so I'm watching if you guys let me know anything. So let me know, just make sure that the audio is okay for you. If it's not, I may have to reset my game, but we'll go for now. And I'm kind of feeling this one here. Except I want the beginning of the... Yeah, I'm pretty good. How are you? Yeah, I haven't been doing a lot of stuff on this channel. You know, in like January, February, I did a few of those you know, the kind of feature-length film edits of some of these Indiana Jones games. But didn't really bring in the views I was looking for, unfortunately. I mean, I spent like a lot of time on some of my videos, and YouTube's just so weird. Like, if you don't have like momentum and like the algorithm on your side, like they're just not gonna show your video to people. It's hard to get it going again. So I was spending some time trying to build up some secondary channels. Let me see how to drop this. There we go. Like I have another channel. I used to call it Indiana Jones Nerd 2 or Indiana Jones Nerd Edits. But I'm trying to kind of convert it to just a general movie channel. So recently I did documentaries about Deadpool 3 and about Godzilla Kong 2. Hoping that, you know, it would start transitioning. They were kind of similar to my the making of Indiana Jones 5 video I did a few years ago. And again, like, you know, it's hard to get views unless like the algorithm is recommending you all the time. Yeah, there hasn't really been a lot of much news and stuff going on, and I don't know. Yeah, it's just kind of hard to get those rolling in. I think one of the thing that worked against me, and this was really surprising to me. You remember last year I did that series that every day I was posting a 1 to 2 minute video, and it was like 100 great Indiana Jones moments. And for some, like, my channel was doing pretty well at that point, but that project just killed my channel because like people weren't watching the videos, I guess. And then basically from the YouTube algorithm perspective, it was like, oh, like people aren't watching this channel, so we're not going to recommend any of his videos. So even I did like, you know, those feature length edits of the video games, which I thought were pretty good quality content, and put like lots of times, like the Emperor's Tomb one. Honestly, like I've been working kind of months on that, and I worked several weeks on the other ones too. But you know, because of the way the algorithm is, the views just didn't come in, and it's hard to kind of justify, you know, putting that amount of time for these projects if the views aren't coming in, unfortunately. But I appreciate the compliments on that. Yeah, I had fun with those. Those are pretty cool. You know, hopefully some fans like us will still be able to enjoy those. I would have liked to make one for Fate of Atlantis, but like I said, like the views weren't really coming in, and that would have been like a really challenging one to take on. I know I'd love if somehow still if there was some way I could do it, but I just can't be like spending tons of time on a video like that and like not a lot of people are watching it. Because actually, like in the lead up to Indy 5, my channel was doing pretty well, and like especially when I made the making of Indiana Jones 5. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, not good. Let me see. Oh, jeez. But yeah, but like I actually quit my job back then because I wanted to focus just on my channel, and I was making enough back then. But yeah, YouTube's weird. It's hard to predict. It's hard to rely on stuff like that. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Yeah, we had fun times though, like you said, the Dial of Destiny hype. Yeah, those are good times. I especially remember in 2021 when, you know, we were just posting the news, like there was stuff every day. That was really exciting. But you know, we knew it wasn't really gonna be. I mean, I hope that they would kind of use that as a spark to reinvigorate the franchise. Like they could have made a cartoon show, and they could have had some comic books and stuff like that. But they didn't have any supplement material. So strange. Channel belongs in a museum. Thanks a lot. Yeah, hopefully, yeah, like you said, aka Golden. You know, I'd love to see more content following Great Circle. You know, the problem is, haha, look at that guy. Oh. Like Great Circle has like just such a great story and a great concept, and it's not easy to come up with like another concept that's going to be that good, because that's like a really excellent concept for a Indiana Jones video game, is you know, the whole thing about the Great Circle. And I'd love to think that if that game is successful, then, you know, that would give them license to be like, hey, let's go make another one. But I'm skeptical that the story would ever be as good. Alright, I'm gonna drink up now while I can. Let's see. If Great Circle is success, I hope we get more indie content. At least a reprint of the books and comics. Yeah, definitely, dude. Absolutely. It's wild to me that they didn't have, you know, comic books and books and all that stuff when the movie came out. Times sure have changed, huh? At least from the perspective of being an Indiana Jones fan. Because they used to support their products, like, big time. Yeah, Spielberg directing Indy 5 probably would have been... Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it would have been better. And I'd love to know, like, some of the ideas that they had. You know, like, you guys have seen some of that concept art that was out there. And they had, like, a different story planned out originally. And we never really figured out what it was all about. Peril at Delphi was a great book, and I thought the Untold Adventure ones were great. The old indie books I've read. One day I hope to, I think it says read all of them. There's like a little icon I can't find. Yeah, read all of them. Yeah, I've heard Peril of Delphi is a good one. Unfortunately, like, I was never much of a book reader. I was always more into movies and comics and video games, of course. But, yeah, I've always heard good things about it. I'll have to check it out sometime. Untold Adventure? I don't know, what are those ones? I'm not familiar with that. Hey, what happened to my throwing knives? Didn't I have more than that? Too bad no more indie Lego sets. I also want to do Lego indie game. Yeah, dude, totally. What a shame. Man, like, the very few things that we got, like, one of the best things that we got is we got, you know, some toys, those Lego indie ones, and The whole thing got kind of ruined because they didn't, well, Disney, you know, I don't know, they didn't make it clear beforehand what to do. They initially were letting them produce a Temple of Doom set, which looked really cool, and then at the last second, they're like, no, don't do it. I mean, Indiana Jones isn't a priority to the people who own it, unfortunately. Really a shame. Untold Adventure were 2 books set between Last Crusade. Oh, okay. Pyramid of the Sorcerer and Mr. Mount Sinai. Oh, okay. Those were like in 2008, 2009 they made those, right? I'm going for more water. Around the same time, they had the Indiana Jones Adventures digest style comic books. They only made the 2 of them, but that was a cool one. It was just a nice, like, short little digestible comic. And they were kind of done in like a you know, a cartoony kind of look. They were similar to like the Clone Wars comic that they had at the time. So let me see. So not this one, right? Next one. I'll start here. Have you played Uncharted? Highly recommend. I played a little of, I guess, the first one a long time ago. Yeah, I definitely need to go back and play those sometime properly. I mean, those are all obviously like really great games. And the lady who made those, Amy Hennig, I'm trying to remember. There was something recently. Oh, it's the Captain America game, right? Yeah, I think so. I think the game director, Amy Hennig, who did all of those Uncharted games, is now the one doing the Captain America and Black Panther World War II game. That looks really cool. Ay. Oh, I didn't realize the knife would cut the spear. That's kind of cool. Man, Indiana Jones is so cool. Why are they not producing more stuff, yo? That's messed up. I want my Indiana Jones content. Let's see. If you got a high ranking job at Lucasfilm, I would make a whole roadmap for indie stories. Become the Dave Filoni of Indiana Jones. Oh, yeah, dude. love to see something like that. Yeah, the problem is to convince Disney that Indiana Jones, you know, that there's a demand for it, I think. I mean, if like an established high-ranking person approached Lucasfilm and is like, oh, I have a great idea for Indiana Jones and I want to, you know, be an auteur and do this thing. I mean, obviously, right now they wouldn't do it because they want to be like, oh, we're not doing Indiana Jones. That's not Harrison Ford. But maybe sometime in the future, you know, it's possible something like that. Did I? Oh, I see. Okay. I didn't know you could push it back. Problem with Indy is that it's one character and very limited stuff compared to Star Wars and Marvel. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's very true. Supposedly they were looking at like an Abner Ravenwood spinoff, but that didn't happen. I think right now it would be a good time to do something with Short Round. With that actor Ke Huy Quan, you know, becoming very popular all of a sudden out of nowhere, winning the Academy Award and all that stuff. I mean, like, such an obviously good idea. And the fact that, you know, it's like no one can play Indy except Harrison Ford, you know, hurts the franchise. Because look at James Bond, look at Batman. I mean, so many famous franchises, you know, they reboot every year, or at least they change the actor every few years. But currently, the word is, like, they don't intend to ever make any more Indiana Jones movies at all. I don't know, and some people, I guess, are happy with that. Like, they just want to retire the franchise. Obviously, it'll never be the same without Harrison Ford, without Steven Spielberg, without George Lucas. But if we love the character, you know, you can still make good stories. I mean, Indy, like, back then, Indy was like an alternative to James Bond. It was like just a badass character who travels around the world and goes on these amazing adventures, you know, with interesting ideas, interesting characters. Young Indy would be so good. What do you mean? Like a reboot of Young Indiana Jones Chronicles, or like a new Young Indy, like, film? Like maybe a film set in the 20s? Alright, let's, where is it? Hey, hey, hey. How many bullets? Ah, here we are. Ah, Disney Plus series? Yeah, that would be cool. Let's say a young Indy reboot was made with this new actor was amazing and Harrison Ford loved his take on the character. Would you be all right with the new actor starring in new Indiana Jones movies? Yeah, absolutely, I would. I don't know that Harrison Ford would be okay with that. And by extension, jeez. By extension, Kathleen Kennedy and all those people wouldn't go for it, I imagine. But yeah, dude, I would take any new Indiana Jones content. Obviously, I want it to be good quality because I want it to be able to spawn more additional content. But I would love to get any new Indiana Jones content. You know, right now it's just there's obviously the game coming out this year and not 100% confirmed, but it seems like we're probably getting a new Indiana Jones ride at Disney World or one of the Disney World related parks. I'm gonna close out with this one here. But who knows? Who knows what the future holds? Do you know what Spielberg is doing next? No, I guess I don't know. Are they making another Ready Player One? I guess it would be Ready Player Two. I want to say that they are making another one, but I don't think he's directing it. Use my canteen. Haha, you missed. Ah, I got one. No problemo. Of course, Spielberg was at the Oscars this year. He gave Christopher Nolan his Oscar. which was nice to see, of course. But you know, a lot of the the people who worked on the Indiana Jones movies, they're all kind of winding down here, their careers. I mean, George Lucas hasn't done anything for a long time, as far as I know. And John Williams, has been going back and forth with his retirement. I mean, yeah, Spielberg's he'll still be directing some movies, I guess, but Harrison Ford is getting pretty close to retiring here. Although he is, he obviously did a Marvel film recently, and Shrinking and some other things. But like Ben Burt, who was a important person in the franchise as a sound designer, I don't think he's doing anything anymore. That's life. Ooh, no, am I gonna make this? Oh boy. Oh wow, I barely made it. I wish they brought Short Round back instead of Helena. She was annoying, and what they did with Mutt made me so mad. Yeah, I do, totally. I absolutely agree. And at the time, when they were writing the script, they had no idea that Ke Huy Quan was even trying to get back into acting or anything, because he hadn't, done anything for years. But now, in hindsight, man, what a missed opportunity. Yeah, I mean, Helena was okay. I don't think she was as bad as people were thinking she was going to be. I mean, in terms of the acting, although I think that the script overall had a lot of things that that didn't quite do it for me. That was kind of one thing, maybe, is that she was what was her deal, I didn't buy it. She was kind of using him at first, but then she decides to save him, but it never really felt earned. It was just more like, okay, well, this is the story beats we need, and we need her to be kind of an asshole at this part of the story, and then at this part of the story we need her to be like a savior. I don't know. Yeah, a lot of things could have been done with Indy 5. I don't hate the movie. I mean, I watch it sometimes. I enjoy it. In particular, I like the beginning, and I like the when they time travel at the end. There are some good action scenes throughout, but not like top tier Indiana Jones action scenes. And if you're gonna make only 5 movies, and the first 3 Indiana Jones movies were really good, I would want, and you're not gonna make 20 Indiana Jones movies, then you really need to have a top tier movie. And both Indy 4 and Indy 5 had some issues in different types of issues. I'm gonna clear this room, and then I think I'm gonna call it. No. All right, I might not clear this room. Excuse me. Oh, wrong way. Oh, I know. I know what to do. Ha ha ha. Come get me, boys. Come get me. Ha ha. Yeah, that's how you do it. But I guess I only got one of them. Anyways. What would you do if you owned Indiana Jones now? I would probably make since Harrison Ford is still with us and he doesn't want their Indy to be recast, and since Ke Huy Quan is a star now, I would definitely say I want a short round spinoff with Harrison Ford having a cameo in it. And so it wouldn't quite be like Indiana Jones 6, but it would be its own spinoff. And I would call it Raiders of the whatever. So I would go back to the original name that the franchise was using. That's probably... That would be like best case scenario, my favorite option. Another thing I would like possibly is, like, as an alternative to that, or maybe something much further down the line, is I would want another Indiana Jones movie, like a younger one, but with Indy recast. But a little bit more immediately, I would also definitely pursue either an animated show or an animated film. Personally, I would love to get a lot more than that. I would love to get comics and all kinds of stuff, but yeah, this is kind of what I'm thinking right now. But anyways, I think I'm gonna wrap up the show here. So thank you guys for watching. Had some fun here. Always a nice time. So I wish you all fortune and glory. Bye-bye.